In just 1 year, I quadrupled my income, but I didn't win the lottery, go viral, or start business with investors. I did it through 5 simple billionaire habits that most people ignore. So if you're avoiding still trading time for money, this video could change everything for you. Almost 80% of the world's millionaires are self-made, and their success often boils down to simple, repeatable habits. So today, I'm walking you through the exact 5 that helped me significantly increase my income, cut distractions, and finally get clear on what I actually want from life. And the best part, they are free to implement. No gimmicks, no fluff. Number 1. Push out of your comfort zone regularly. It's a self-imposed glass ceiling that feels safe but quietly keeps you small. I learned it the hard way. When I started my YouTube channel, it would take me 30 to 40 hours to create just one video, and I didn't know how to write a script. I didn't know how to use camera, lighting, editing, recording. I was figuring it out as I went, and most days it felt like a complete mess. There were so many times I wanted to quit, and part of me even felt secretly relieved when things went wrong, because it gave me an excuse to stop, to retreat back into what's familiar, safe and comfortable. But deep down I knew that staying there meant staying stuck, and I had to be brutally honest with myself. The only reason I wasn't where I wanted to be was because I kept choosing comfort over commitment. And that realization changed everything. Now, whenever I feel resistance, I take it as a sign that I'm growing. And here is what I recommend. Choose one big thing this year, one bold project to goal, and commit to it fully, not just when it feels exciting. Commit through the discomfort, through the doubts, through the awkward learning curves, because the truth is, you don't build a new life from inside your old comfort zone. And once you've done it once, even just once, you realize how capable you are. Next, create the right environment. You've probably heard the saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. It's one of those quotes that gets thrown around, but once you actually start applying it, you realize how powerful it is. I've seen it firsthand in my own life, just how much the people you spend time with influence your mindset, your energy, and what you believe is possible for you. And when you're constantly around people who complain, who settle, who always have a reason why something can't be done, it's so easy to absorb that energy without even realizing. You start to mirror their mindset, you start shrinking your vision to fit theirs. It becomes your new normal. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be, because the moment you intentionally surround yourself with people who are going after more, people who are curious, driven, passionate, growth-minded, something shifts inside of you. You start seeing what's actually possible. You realize, wait, I don't have to settle, and that alone can change the entire trajectory of your life. I still remember when I first tried to build an online business, I was earning nothing, zero. And then I met someone making $10,000 a month online, and I was honestly shocked. That amount seems unreal to me at the time, but it completely opened my mind. And as I kept evolving, learning, building, growing, I started meeting people making $100,000 a month, even someone making $1 million a month. That kind of exposure changed everything. Suddenly, the things that once felt wildly out of reach started to feel doable. Not easy, but achievable. And it all started with my environment. Now, I'm incredibly intentional about who I spend my time with. I seek out people who are building things, learning constantly, taking bold steps forward, because just being around that energy keeps you inspired. Even in the hard days, you bounce ideas off each other, you challenge each other, and most importantly, you start to believe in bigger things. Not because someone told you to, but because you've seen it lived out right in front of you. Number 3, read 1 chapter a day. Even if you don't personally know any millionaires or anyone who's built financial freedom from scratch, you can still learn directly from them. That's the beauty of books. Every time I read a book written by someone who's created something extraordinary, it feels like I get to sit beside them, like they're guiding me through their mindset, their lessons, and the exact decisions that got them to where they are. We live in a world obsessed with speed, 30-second hacks, 10-second reels, endless scrolling that feels productive, but rarely leads to deep change. Books are different. They let you slow down and go deep. They allow you to explore a topic from start to finish, not in sound bites, but with clarity and intention. I know the biggest reason people say they don't have time to read is because they picture it as sitting still with a hardcover book for an hour. But here's the thing, you don't need more time, you just need to have it stuck. Pop in an audiobook while you're walking a dog, folding laundry, driving, or when at the gym. Even just 10 or 15 minutes a day adds up. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. Another reason people fall off the reading habit is very simple. They are not excited about what they are reading. So one little shift I've made, I keep a running list of books that I'm genuinely excited to dive into, books that speak to where I am in life or where I want to go next, whether it's love, personal finance, resilience, mindset, business, because whatever you're struggling with, someone else has been there already, and chances are they've written a book about it. So find one book you actually want to read. Commit to just one chapter a day and give yourself the gift of deep knowledge, not just surface level tips. I'll put the link to my favorite books into the description down below. To say no with confidence. This one sounds simple, but a lot of people struggle to say no, whether it's to social invites, extra commitments, or someone else's priorities. But the truth is, successful people protect their time, energy and money like their future depends on it, because it does. These are finite resources, and everything you say yes to has a cost. It takes away from something else you could be doing that actually supports the life you're trying to build. That's why it is so important to pause and ask, does this move me closer to the life I want or further away? Because every yes creates a trade-off. Saying yes to a spontaneous girl trip might mean saying no to saving for your dream home, and saying yes to another episode of your favorite show might mean saying no to the 1 hour you promised yourself to work on your business after the kids are in bed. And that's the part we often forget. Your entire life is a reflection of what you've chosen to say yes or no to over time. And I know it can feel uncomfortable to decline things. We don't want to disappoint others. We don't want to seem difficult. But here's something I've learned. Saying no to the things that don't align is actually saying yes to the life you really want. It's not selfish, it's self-respecting. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. You'll notice how much lighter you feel, how much more focused, and how much more in control of your time, your goals, and your future. So practice it. The next time something pops up, a favor, a dinner, a shiny opportunity, take a breath and ask yourself, does this align with my vision, or is it a distraction in disguise? And lastly, embrace a growth mindset. This one is everything, because no matter how smart, skilled, or experienced you are, if your mindset is fixed, your results will be too. Most people, when they have an exciting idea, whether it's launching a digital product, writing a book, or starting a business, their brain immediately floods them with all the reasons it won't work. I don't have the experience, I'm not tech savvy, what if I fail? And just like that, the idea dies even before it had a chance to breathe. I've seen it time and time again. Someone will say, oh, I'd love to create an app, but I don't know how to code. And that's the end of the conversations. Not maybe I can learn, not maybe there is a no-code tool, but that's it. And what I've noticed about the most successful people, the ones who've made millions or created lives they absolutely love, is that they never stop at I don't know how. Instead, they ask, how can I figure this out? They look at the gap in their skill set and think, well, great, now I know what I need to learn next. That one shift from I can't to I'm willing to learn opens up a world of possibilities, because here's the truth. Almost everything is learnable. There are tools, platforms, communities, and AI resources available today that make skills more accessible than ever before. But none of that matters if you already decided it's not for you. So if there is something you've been holding back on, an idea, a project, a dream, I want you to challenge that inner voice that's telling you can't, and instead ask, what's one step I can take to start learning? Because the real power isn't in knowing it all, it's in believing that you can. The truth is, none of these habits are complicated, but the results they bring, they're life-changing. Almost everything in life can be figured out All it takes is to start seeing solutions in every challenge you have, rather than a problem that's stopping you from getting there. Start with just one. Stay consistent and don't be surprised when your entire life begins to transform. And if fear or self-doubt has been holding you back lately, I have something that will really help. Watch this video next, it's a powerful one.